Hey everybody, so in this video I'll be showing you how I made some blueberry mead. This was my first time making it, so let's get into the recipe. So the first thing you're going to need is honey and blueberry. Mead is basically a honey wine, and then we're just adding blueberry flavoring to it. So after you get all the ingredients ready, you want to sanitize your brewing vessel. So I just have a gallon glass jar with an airlock, and I'm just letting it soak in some Star San. Once everything's good and sanitized, you'll want about 3 pounds of blueberry puree, and I'm using 46 ounces of wildflower honey for this recipe. You can adjust these how you like it, however. So then what you want to do is add all the ingredients to the sanitized brewing vessel. So I'm just pouring the blueberry puree in, and then the honey. Now with the honey, it might be a little hard to get out, so what I'll sometimes do is run hot water over it so I get everything out of the jar. Also, if you have a bigger brewing vessel, that might be pretty good too, because this was getting pretty full of honey and blueberry. Once everything's added, give it a good stir. Now, I'll usually do this with mead, but I'll add some black tea with lemon rinds to it, just to give it a little bit of extra flavor, and it acts as a yeast nutrient. So once everything's added, I add in the yeast. I'm just using some Red Star champagne yeast in this video. And then you want to screw on the top and put it in a dark area. So for this recipe, I let it brew for about 1 month. But if you want higher alcohol content, you can let it brew for multiple months or as long as you like. The 1 month brewing might have been a bit short, but it had a good amount of sweetness and alcohol content for my liking. So next we will siphon the brew out. You can usually find siphons like this off Amazon or at local brew shops. So once the brew is all siphoned and put in the bottles, you can store them in the fridge and then give it a try. So I was pretty happy with this brew. It actually came out a lot better than I thought it would. I was hoping it wouldn't get too thick from the blueberry puree, and luckily it didn't. It fermented out pretty nicely, and it has a nice dark blue purple color. There it is compared to a grape wine that I made recently. And you can see the difference. It definitely has a pretty high alcohol content, but it has a nice fruity flavor and has that traditional mead flavor along with it. So all in all, it was a pretty good brew. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.